Have you ever noticed how easily your peace can be stolen? A passing comment, a disapproving look, or even a moment of silence can plant a storm in your mind. Suddenly, you're unsettled, irritated, anxious, replaying the moment long after it's passed. But what if the real disturbance isn't out there, but within? The Stoics believed that no one can harm your peace without your consent, that external events hold no true power. It is your judgment of them that gives them weight. A child's insult doesn't wound you, not because the words are different, but because you are. So the question is, what if you could become that unshakable version of yourself, not by hardening your heart, but by training your mind? What if calm could become your armor? In this video, we explore a timeless path toward that inner strength. Not through avoidance or denial, but through mastery. Stay with me, because while the world may never stop testing you, you can learn to never be disturbed by it again. Number 1. The dichotomy of control. Ever feel like the world is testing your patience on purpose? You're in line, and the person ahead fumbles endlessly for change. You're driving, and someone is crawling in the fast lane like they've got nowhere to be. You pour your soul into a project, and your boss brushes it off with a cold, "needs revision." Frustrating. Absolutely. But here's the question. Are these things truly bothering you? Or are you giving them permission to? At the heart of Stoicism lies a simple but life-changing idea, the dichotomy of control. Some things are up to us, and some things aren't. That's it. That's the line. Take a moment. Think back on your week. How many times did you get upset over things you couldn't control? The driver, the noise, the mood of others. You couldn't change them, but you could choose how you responded. There's a story of a Stoic teacher named Cleanthes. A man came to him, fuming that others were speaking ill of him. Cleanthes smiled and asked, "Were you compelled to listen?" That quiet question reveals everything. We suffer not because others act badly, but because we let their actions into our peace. Imagine your mind as a fortress. The world knocks, but you decide who enters. A rude comment, a delay, a rejection. They only wound you if you open the gate. So the next time you feel irritation rise, pause and ask, "Is this within my control?" If not, don't waste energy resisting reality. Accept it with calm, respond with reason, and protect your peace like it's sacred, because it is. Try it for just one day. You might find that the world hasn't changed, but you have. Number 2. Amor fati. There are chapters in life no one asks for: betrayal, illness, failure, loss. When they arrive, most people resist. They rage, complain, ask, "Why me?" But the Stoic responds differently. They choose to love their fate, not out of blind submission, but as an act of inner strength. This is amor fati. To love your fate is to say, "This too belongs to my path." Not just the joy and victories, but the storms and setbacks. Picture this. You've planned the perfect picnic, but the skies open up. Most curse the weather, but the Stoic, they feel the rain, hear the rhythm, and adapt. What others call misfortune, they see as fuel. Epictetus once said, "Don't seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens be the way it happens, and you will be happy." That is amor fati, to turn pain into perspective, trials into transformation. This doesn't mean you suppress grief or pretend hardship doesn't hurt. When a loved one dies, tears are human. But even in sorrow, a Stoic honors the time shared rather than clinging to what's lost. Like a skilled fighter, they don't meet life's punches with tension. They move with them. turning impact into momentum. Next time life throws you off course, don't ask, "Why this?" Ask instead, "What can I build from this?" A betrayal can sharpen your wisdom. A failure can open new doors. A setback can test your character. Amor fati doesn't mean loving the pain. It means loving the process that pain can shape. And when you truly embrace it, you become untouchable. Not because life stops challenging you, but because you've stopped resisting it. Ready for the next step? Number 3. Self-control. Have you ever noticed how something utterly minor can hijack your entire mood? A message left on read, a cold glance from a coworker, or a careless bump from a stranger, and suddenly your whole day feels ruined, as if someone reached into your mind and flipped a switch without your permission. But pause and ask yourself, why does someone so irrelevant have so much power over your peace? The truth is, most people aren't steering their own lives. They're being steered, tugged by irritation, yanked by impulse. Self-control isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about becoming sovereign. It's knowing that while you can't stop the world from provoking you, you can decide whether or not to answer. Picture this. You're driving, and someone cuts you off aggressively. Instinct says react, honk, speed up, glare. But then what? They forget you in seconds. You carry their anger for hours. That's not power, that's surrender. Seneca once wrote, "No man is free who is not master of himself, and mastery begins in the moment between stimulus and response." That pause, that's your battlefield. Think of self-control as strength training for the soul. Each test, a late client, a rude comment, a traffic jam, is a rep. You're not just staying calm, you're becoming stronger. So next time frustration rises, try this. Pause, breathe, ask, is this worth the energy? Most of the time it's not. And here's the paradox. Those who master themselves are the freest, because if you can't control your emotions, the world will always do it for you. Start now. One quiet moment, one calm choice. And if you've ever turned anger into grace, share your story. It might be the spark someone else needs. And if you're ready to keep growing, there's much more ahead. Number 4, master your emotions. Musonius Rufus once said, "No insult can harm you unless you let it in." Think about that. When someone provokes you, the pain doesn't come from their words. It comes from your mind's agreement with them. If a stranger calls you a failure, it only stings if part of you believes it. But if that same person calls you a time traveler or Mr. President, you laugh, because you know it's nonsense. So why let random judgments disturb your peace? The Stoics weren't cold or unfeeling, they were deeply human, but they understood a crucial truth. Your emotions are your responsibility. No one can make you feel angry, ashamed, or hurt without your permission. The key is in the space between what happens and how you respond. When insulted, pause. Take a breath. Ask yourself, does this really matter? Does this person even know me? Most of the time the answer is no. Then reframe. When someone lashes out, don't think they're attacking me. Think they're revealing themselves. Bitter words often come from bitter lives. Like a wounded animal biting out of fear, their pain isn't about you. It's about them. But emotional mastery isn't suppression. It's awareness. If anger rises, don't deny it. Investigate it. Why did that bother me? What insecurity did it touch? That insight is the beginning of self-knowledge and true strength. Would you let a stranger's shout steer your ship? Would you give away your peace for free? Even in the face of cruelty, great souls like Socrates and even Christ responded not with vengeance, but with clarity and compassion. If they could hold composure in the face of death, can't we do the same in traffic or in comment sections? Because here's the truth: when you master your emotions, you master your life. Number 5. Memento mori. There is one truth no one escapes. You will die. No matter your wealth, strength, status or plans, death comes for all. But instead of fearing this, what if you used it as fuel? That is the essence of memento mori. Remember, you must die. At first, it sounds grim, but in reality, it is the Stoics' sharpest sword, cutting through illusion, ego, and distraction. Think about the last time someone insulted you or made you feel small. Now imagine someone told you that you, or they, would not wake up tomorrow. Would that insult still matter? Death puts everything in perspective. It dissolves the petty and illuminates the essential. When you see life as brief, you stop wasting it on meaningless arguments, on fear, on trying to impress those who won't even remember you. The Roman general Marcus Furius Camillus once returned victorious to Rome. Behind him, a servant whispered, "Memento mori, remember you too shall die." It kept him grounded, reminding him, no glory lasts forever, and no failure defines you. So how do you live with memento mori? By asking one powerful question daily: if today were my last, would this still matter? In anger, in hesitation, in fear, let that question be your compass. Visit a cemetery, read the stones. None of them mention Instagram followers or office gossip. What will yours say? You've made it halfway through this journey, a small act of resistance in a world designed to distract. Don't stop now. What comes next will not only deepen your understanding, but help you live it. And if this message spoke to something in you, leave a sign, a like, a comment, a share. Not for the algorithm, but to spread a mindset the world needs more than ever. Let's continue. The best is yet to come. Number 6. Believe in yourself. Here's a truth most won't say out loud. You're not shaken because others are too powerful. You're shaken because your own belief isn't strong enough. A cold look, a sarcastic comment, a stumble in your journey. These only cut deep if you let them. But belief in yourself isn't arrogance. It's not about thinking you're better than others. It's about knowing your worth so clearly that no voice outside you can drown out the truth within. Imagine a blacksmith hammering steel. Sparks fly, noise echoes, and onlookers may scoff at the mess. But the blacksmith doesn't flinch. Why? Because he knows what he's creating. Likewise, when you know who you are and what you're building, the noise around you fades. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, was once shipwrecked, losing everything. But he said, "I made a prosperous voyage when I suffered shipwreck." Why? Because he found philosophy, and in doing so, found himself. That's the essence of self-belief. Not clinging to image or praise, but anchoring your strength in something deeper. So how do you build it? First, stop comparing. A mountain doesn't envy the river, it stands on its own. Second, honor your word to yourself. Each small promise kept becomes a stone in the fortress of your confidence. Third, embrace failure, not as defeat, but as feedback. The one who rises fastest is the one who learns fastest. Self-belief isn't loud, it's quiet resilience. And once you have it, no critic, no failure, no rejection can break you. But belief alone isn't enough. Even the strongest flame needs direction, or it burns blindly. That's why the next lesson is vital. Discovering the core values that guide your every step. Stay with me. We're about to light the path ahead. Number 7. Focus on core values. Here's a question that can shake your soul. If tomorrow you lost everything, your job, your money, your reputation, what would be left of you? Most people would feel exposed. That's because they've built their identity on things the world can take away. But the Stoic, they remain unmoved, because their sense of self is rooted in something the world can't touch, their core values. Imagine a lighthouse standing firm in the middle of a raging sea. The waves crash, the winds howl, but the lighthouse doesn't move. Why? Because it's not anchored to the water, it's anchored to the rock beneath. Your core values, honesty, courage, resilience, compassion, are that rock. When you know who you are and what you stand for, no failure can shake you, no insult can define you, and no betrayal can turn you into someone you're not. People might take your title, but they can't take your integrity. They might walk away from you, but they can't make you walk away from your principles. Seneca once said, "No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself." And adversity is exactly where your values are tested. When the pressure is high, when shortcuts are tempting, when silence would be easier than truth, that's when your foundation is revealed. So, how do you live this? Start by deciding, what are the values I refuse to compromise? Is it honesty, even when a lie would protect you? Is it loyalty, even when it costs you something? Is it compassion, even when you're surrounded by cynicism? When you answer that question, your life becomes clearer. Decision-making becomes simpler. You no longer chase approval, you live in alignment. And something remarkable happens. Others begin to respect you. Not because you're popular or powerful, but because you're real. Think of the people you admire most. What makes them unforgettable isn't their success, it's their strength of character. They didn't just survive life's storms, they stood tall in them. The world will test your values. Opportunities will come if you're willing to bend. But in those moments, ask, is short-term gain worth long-term regret? If your answer is no, you're already becoming untouchable. So ask yourself, when everything else fades, what still remains within me? If you found your answer, live by it like nothing else matters. And if you're ready to take that stand, comment "Untouchable Core" below. Let the world know you can't be shaken. Number 8. Anti-fragile mindset. Picture this. You drop a glass, it shatters. You drop a metal cup, it dents. But you drop a rubber ball, and it bounces back, sometimes even higher than before. Now ask yourself, which one is your mind? If your mind is like glass, every setback cracks you. If it's like metal, you may endure, but the scars remain. But if your mind is like the rubber ball, not only do you withstand the impact, you use it to rise. That is the anti-fragile mindset. Being anti-fragile means more than just being tough. It means you grow because of pressure, not in spite of it. Life throws an insult your way. A fragile person reacts. A strong person absorbs it. But the anti-fragile person, they turn it into training. Every provocation becomes a rep at the emotional gym. The Stoics understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." Obstacles don't block your path. They are the path. When life throws a wall in front of you, you can complain, go around, or use it as a ladder. Think of Thomas Edison. He didn't see 10,000 failed attempts. He saw 10,000 lessons. That's the mindset of someone who cannot be broken. Not because they never fall, but because they never fail to rise wiser. So how do you develop this kind of strength? First, change how you see pain. Rejection isn't proof that you're not enough. It's feedback. Mistakes aren't reasons for shame. They're tools for learning. Every hardship is a chance to practice composure, patience, creativity. Second, seek controlled discomfort. Take on challenges you might fail. Speak when your voice shakes. Try something that humbles you. These moments aren't setbacks. They're seasoning. Every time you face what's uncomfortable, you increase your capacity to thrive under pressure. The Bible echoes this wisdom. We rejoice in our sufferings because suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance, character, and character, hope. The Stoic says, suffering is not the enemy. Softness is. Pain is inevitable, but growth is optional. Here's the paradox. The more anti-fragile you become, the less the world can harm you. Insults lose their sting. Failure loses its fear. You stop being ruled by emotion and start being guided by principle. But even the anti-fragile can be shaken by one subtle enemy, expectation. As long as you believe things should go your way, you remain vulnerable to disappointment. But if you expect nothing and welcome everything, nothing can truly disturb your peace. So ask yourself, am I still fragile, resisting life's shocks? Or have I become someone who uses every hit as a stepping stone? Let's keep going, because now it's time to confront expectation itself, the final test of the untouchable mind. Number 9. No expectations. Have you ever felt annoyed when your food delivery is late, disappointed when a message goes unanswered, or hurt when someone you counted on begins to drift away? If so, you've encountered one of the greatest sources of human suffering, expectation. It's rarely the event that disturbs us. It's the story we tell ourselves about how things should be. The delivery wasn't just late. It violated your expectation of speed. The silence wasn't just quiet. It betrayed your hope for connection. The drifting friend didn't just change. They shattered your idea of permanence. But here's the truth. People don't disappoint us. Our expectations of them do. We expect the driver to be on time, forgetting traffic, exhaustion, and human error. We expect replies within minutes, forgetting that others have their own storms to manage. We expect friends to stay exactly as they were, ignoring that all of us are constantly changing. So how do we apply Stoicism here? First, see reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. Don't demand perfect behavior from imperfect people. Don't demand a smooth day from a chaotic world. Let go of the invisible script you've written for how things should unfold. Life is not your stage. It's your training ground. Seneca once wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Expectations are cravings in disguise, and they leave us starving for what was never promised. Second, act without attachment to results. Like a skilled swimmer in open water, don't expect calm seas, expect waves, expect cold. But focus on your form, your breath, your rhythm. This is the Stoic swimmer, moving forward with purpose, not complaint. This mindset doesn't lead to apathy, it leads to freedom. You become unshakable because nothing has to happen a certain way for you to be at peace. And, ironically, the happiest moments in life often arrive unannounced. A smile from a stranger, a kind word at the perfect time, a sunset you didn't plan to catch. These gifts feel so pure because they come without expectation. On the other hand, our greatest disappointments are usually self-authored. We wrote the ending, and life chose a different script. Even Proverbs reminds us, Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. If we can't predict the next moment, why tie our happiness to imagined outcomes? So ask yourself, what would today feel like if I expected nothing? No perfect timing, no guaranteed results, just full presence, meeting life as it comes. Live one day this way, just one. And you'll discover something profound. It wasn't the world that had to change. It was you. If this spoke to you, share it with someone still tangled in silent expectations. You might just help them untie a lifelong knot they didn't know was there. Number 10. Turn everything into a game. Have you ever watched a child play a game, not for prizes, not for praise, but simply for the joy of playing? They might lose 10 times in a row and still laugh, eyes shining, saying, "Next time I'll win." And then there's us, adults, stressed out because someone cut in line or didn't reply to a text fast enough. Why the difference? Both the child and the adult are in a game, but only one remembers to enjoy it. The truth is, the people who suffer most from life's inconveniences are often those who take everything too seriously. Traffic becomes a battlefield. Criticism at work becomes a personal attack. A disagreement turns into a war of egos. They treat life like a high-stakes courtroom. Every mistake is a verdict. Every comment a trial. But what if life isn't a courtroom? What if it's just a game? The Stoics remind us that it's not the event itself that disturbs us, but our judgment of it. So, what if you reframe every challenge as a level to beat, not a punishment to endure? What if the difficult colleague is just an NPC, a non-playable character sent to test your self-control? What if a bad day isn't a failure, but just a tough round? Once, I was at a small coffee shop and ordered a black coffee, no sugar. The barista, let's call him Sam, gave me a sweet, milky one instead. For a moment I felt the urge to correct him, but then I thought, what if this is part of the game? Can I win by accepting it without complaint? So I smiled, took the cup and drank. And guess what? Nothing in my life was harmed, but my patience leveled up. Contrast that with my friend Daniel, who once got overcharged by 20 cents and spent the entire day bitter, venting to anyone who'd listen. Now, who played the better game? Turning life into a game doesn't mean ignoring your responsibilities. It means shifting your mindset. When running and fatigue hits, instead of "I can't," try, "Let's see how far I can go without giving up." When criticized, instead of reacting, ask, "How do I win this round?" with silence, calm, or kindness. And when life throws a surprise your way, a delay, a detour, a disappointment, pause, smile, and think, I've played this level before. That's the secret. When you gamify life, setbacks become puzzles, not punishments. And suddenly, the world loses its power to bother you. Try it today. Whatever happens, ask, if this were a game, how would the best version of me play it? That mindset. It's not just stoic, it's invincible. We've just explored 10 timeless ways to become untouchable, not by escaping the chaos of life, but by standing still within it. The world won't stop testing you. People may disappoint, plans may fall apart, but your peace, that's yours to protect. True strength isn't loud, it's calm. And true freedom begins the moment you stop needing the world to behave a certain way in order to feel okay. If this video gave you something to think about, a moment of clarity or calm, go ahead and tap like. It helps this message reach someone else who might need it today. Leave a comment below with just 2 or 3 words, "I'm untouchable," or whatever speaks to your state of mind right now. And if you'd like more tools to build that inner strength, feel free to subscribe. There's much more to come. Remember, the more you train your mind, the less the world can shake you. Stay grounded, and I'll see you in the next lesson.